Hello, my friends. Today's video is entitled Clutter In, Clutter Out. What that means is when you bring something into your home, something should go out. So if you're bringing something in without taking something out, you're creating clutter. If you declutter before you bring something in, you're getting rid of some clutter. Let's take an example of a new pair of shoes. Let's say that it's a pair of flip-flops, something benign, something not important, doesn't take up a lot of room, but it's a pair of flip-flops. And let's say that you've scuffed the toes and they're kind of the rubber's kind of coming off or whatever it's made out of, and you decide to go buy a new pair of flip-flops. So you happen to be in the store, you happen to see them, it wasn't a planned purchase, and you buy them and you take them home and you take off the tags and you put them on and you wear them that day and you throw them in your closet or in the corner or wherever you put them. And you wear them all season. And now you've got two pair of flip-flops in there, one that you don't wear and one that you've been wearing. Now it's the next season and you need a new pair of flip-flops. Let's say it's next year. You haven't packed away your spring and summer clothes and shoes like I told you to, so you didn't notice that they were there. And you happen to be in the store in the early spring and you see a display of flip-flops and you say, oh, I need a new pair of flip-flops. And you buy the flip-flops, you take the tags off, you put them on and you wear them around the house and you throw them in the corner. And before you know it, you've got more and more flip-flops in your closet. That's all clutter. Even though it doesn't take up a lot of room, it takes up a lot of space in your head. When you open the closet, if that's where you keep them and they're piled on top of each other, you're going to notice them. You may not be aware of the fact that you notice them, but your subconscious sees them and it adds to the pressure. And that's just a tiny example of what happens. So let's say I needed a new t-shirt. This t-shirt got a bad stain on it. I couldn't get it out and I wanted a new t-shirt. Now here's the way I'd like you to approach this. I have other things to wear. I will wear them. I will get rid of this t-shirt. It has got a stain on it that it can't be taken out. I'm going to throw it away. Okay, or a tear, or it's sheer and you can see through it now, or whatever it is. I'm going to throw it away and I'm going to put it on my list of things that I need to buy this next season. I'm going to do without the t-shirt for a while. It's not the end of the world. So when you do go shopping, you're looking for a t-shirt. You're looking for a turquoise t-shirt? I don't know. Maybe you want to go pink this year. Maybe you need a different shade. But you start looking at t-shirts. You buy a t-shirt. You take it home. You take the tags off. You put it on. You wear it. You launder it. You hang it up. It is fabulous. And you don't have, it is a fabulous t-shirt. Can you imagine? But it is. It's fabulous. And you don't have excess in your closet. That keeps you from having clutter. It's those little things that add up. A new t-shirt, a new pair of flip-flops, a new spatula, a new apron, a new dishcloth, a new dish towel, a new set of towels, a new set of sheets, a couple of pair of pants, some new throw pillows for the couch. That is clutter in, clutter in, clutter in. You are making clutter in your house. Out of things that aren't really clutter, they're new, they're pretty, you like them, you want them, you're going to use them, but you haven't decluttered the previous things. So let's say that you say, well, I just really want these particular pillows on my couch, and now I have the right number. Well, then you're not cluttering. If you wanted 6 pillows on your couch and that's your goal all along, that's fine. But if you just want a set of pillows on your couch and you keep buying pillows for the couch, what are you going to do with these others? Are you going to pack them away somewhere, suck the air out of them, put them under your bed, put them on a closet, put them in a box? That's fine. But if they're worn out and they need to go away, or better yet, if they're removable, you just buy covers, and then you don't have to have the problem of where to put those pillows every season. You just change the covers, and if the pillows wear out, then you buy new pillows and throw those away. You have to be thoughtful about what you're putting in your house, just like you have to be thoughtful about what you're putting in your mouth, right? So we're careful about, or we should be, careful about what we put in our mouth. We have to be careful about what we put in our house. Okay, so I want you to think of some examples of where you may have done this recently. So get a piece of paper, take a moment, and write down all the things you bought lately. And then I want you to think about what those things could have replaced. And you're saying, well, this is a unique item. Well, okay, but it still takes up room in your house or room in your kitchen, or room in your closet or whatever. So what item can you get rid of because you've added one and your house only has so much storage space? If you continue to buy things for your home, you're going to be living in a storage unit, and that is not good. So think about it. If you're buying extra hair products, think about your kids' stuff, not just toys. Clothes for your children, hair ties for your girls, anything. It all adds up and it all creates clutter. If you look around on your floor right now, if you've got kids in their bedroom, what's on the floor? I guarantee you there's hair ties on the floor. Some kind of a hair, what do you call them? Those little hair circles. They'll be on the floor. Hair ribbons will be on the floor. Paper will be on the floor. Dolls and toys will be on the floor if it's a girl. Excessive bedding will be on the floor, because that's the other thing we do. We want to make their room comfy, and we put too much stuff on their bed. They have a hard time making their bed because it's not simple. It's complex. It's adult level, not child level. So really rethink your house right now. Think about the things you have in your house that are cluttery and get rid of them. If they're good, give them away. Listen, here's the one thing I want to say about giving away things. A lot of us want to sell it. I will tell you that if you are in the middle of decluttering, selling is not a good idea, because it will get collected into an area and then gone through. People will go through it because you're not having your sale. You're saying, someday I'm going to have a sale. And people are going to start going through it. It's going to create more clutter. And even if it doesn't, that stack in the corner is going to be pressure, pressure, pressure. And you're never getting to that streamlined house that you want. Or garage. You might load it in the garage and it'll be in there so long that roaches in Florida get into it. I don't know what you have in other parts of the country. Vermin of some sort. So, or rust or water or whatever it is. So it's much better to give it away. I know you're thinking, I spent so much money on this particular item. I could make so much money with it. I'm going to sell it on Poshmark or whatever. If you already have a Poshmark account and you've been selling regularly and you have a section of your closet that you keep things in and you rotate it out and you really are good with that, you're probably not following me, because you're kind of a born organized person. But if you are trying to do that and you're trying to set it up, now is not the time. Wait till you get your house streamlined. And then if you feel like you want to sell that way, that will be fine, because you'll have an area to keep it in. And you'll be able to keep track of it, and you'll be more organized. But until then, give it away. And the thought is that it costs so much. I want to get my money back. Well, when you bought it and you spent that much money on it, you agreed to spend that much money on it. You didn't know if you'd ever be able to sell it or use it again or whatever. Let's just imagine it was a bridesmaid's dress. We've all had those hanging in our closet for years, right? We think, oh, I could shorten it. Oh, it's so cute, I'll wear it. You never will. It was a bridesmaid's dress, and you always think that when you put it on. Oh, I hope nobody even knows this is a bridesmaid's dress. All right? Maybe you get away with it, but most of us don't. So you think, well, I spent X number of dollars on this, so let me sell it. If you can get yourself organized enough to get it in your car and get it to a consignment shop, that's fine. But if you can't, and it's going to sit and wait on you, then you need to give it away. Give it to a women's shelter, give it to Goodwill, give it to DI, give it to wherever it is you want to give it. But here's another thing. Don't wait to give it to your sister or your cousin who lives out of state and you think that she'll love it, but you haven't really asked her yet, and she hasn't tried it on yet, but you think that it would be something that she would like. Again, you're going to be saving it. You're going to be promising yourself that you're going to call her and talk to her about it. You're going to, even if you call and talk to her about it, you're going to promise yourself that you're going to get down to the package place to send it. It's just one extra item on your plate. So instead of doing that, let it go. You spent money on it. You enjoyed it for the time you had it. That's how much it cost you. The use of that is gone. It is now worth zero to you. So give it away. Okay, and that's just one example. You know that there are many, many things that we have that we think we can sell, but it's not a good idea. Not when you're in clutter. When you get it all cleared out and you feel organized and you think it's going to be something that won't cause clutter in your home, absolutely. Okay, so that's it today. Clutter in, clutter out. Don't bring clutter in until you get clutter out, and then it won't be clutter. It'll be something useful. That's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful.